Hey everybody, this is episode 18 of Conversation with Dmon and Drizzy with our special co-host Nisha. And here we go.
Oh yeah. So let's dive into it, man. Yeah, I said I wanted to get into the social media world versus back from the social media era now versus going back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. So, man, let me just say he's YNs.
These YNs.
They wild, man.
Man.
I feel like these dudes out here, everybody want to be a gangster, but I feel like you really about that. You're not gonna get on the internet and say what you gonna do. Like you gonna really go do it.
Yeah.
Everybody just put all their business on Facebook these days, and I mean, to me, that ain't how real gangsters move. Like,
nah.
you don't tell nobody every move. You know, you move in silence.
Right.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, I have a platform, and it's a lot of stuff you see on my platform, but there's a lot of stuff that you don't see, and it's really interesting to watch the people that think that they know you off of social media, but don't get the full picture because they're used to everybody putting all their business out there. So when you put stuff that seems major, it's like, oh, well, it's all her business. No, it's not. It's really not, because it's just too much craziness out there. People, like you said, people talk tough. They're not really about it, but the ones who do be crazy for real, because you got to be insane you got into an argument with somebody on Facebook, and now the next thing you know, you found their details, found their address, and now you're finna pull up. Why? Over a matter of opinion. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll subject for a minute, y'all. We're gonna drive back into the social media. I know. Let's tap into the music world. Y'all know. Have anybody heard that new Drake album?
I ain't listening to it.
A little bit. Got a little bangers on there.
Man, that boy dissed a lot of people. He did. He went at Jay-Z. He went at LeBron. He went at Kendrick. But they say he dropped three projects to get out his deal because not here free agent. So I feel like I listen to all of them, and I say Iceman probably was the best one to me. You know, he got the records where the pop records like he sing on, and I know a lot of people just like it when he rap.
But is he the same though, or you think he don't gotta be the same? He don't have to be the old Drake. That's what I mean. He just evolving, different.
Nah, but I think what he did though, I ain't gonna lie, Kendrick spanked him. So yeah, boy, he was quiet for a whole year. So I feel like he sat back. He sat back and observed. And he put all that into his project, which you should do, because when you're an artist, you don't want to keep rapping about the same thing. So you want to. I feel like what he did was smart. You know, he sat back and observed for a whole year, and you know he came back with the music, and you know he put it in all his projects. So I think that was smart.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't have enough, because I haven't listened to the album. I don't have enough information to have an opinion on it. I'll say this: he got washed. He got washed in that beef with Kendrick, and I just feel like based off what you said, if he is still, he did this, that person, just let it rest, move on, and do something completely different.
Right.
That's why I'm kind of skeptical to listen to it. Then he used Michael Jackson's glove, and it's like, nigga, you're not from America. Like, I'm so sorry. Like. It's frustrating because we already as Black Americans have to try to make sure that our culture stays our culture and protect it from being appropriated, stolen by the people that actually are from this country, America. But you're not from here. You do not have the same experiences as a Black Canadian person, as a Black American would have. So why are you using this person's iconography after he came in Michael Jackson multiple times on his last couple projects? So it's like, you just trying to show out and try to act like you can do our culture better than us, but then you got set down. So that's why I haven't tried to listen to it.
No close to Michael Jackson
at all.
Not even the same conversation.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know who out on the estate signed that paper to give him the glove, but y'all messed up. It wouldn't have been me. I couldn't have done it.
Nah, I know Drizzy put a project out too. Nah, that one got mixed reviews. I did listen to that one, and it was. I like it.
You liked it, yeah.
It got some good songs, man.
They said he was posed up, he was leaned off to the side like them old school R&B artists whenever they was dropping that album. But see, I haven't listened to Chris Brown in years. Similar things, like obviously everybody goes back to Rihanna. I feel like it's still relevant. He beat that girl so bad, it's just inexcusable. But then you have these other instances of violence, like the time he was on GMA, he trashed the hotel room and was disrespectful to Robin Roberts, or how he treated Karrueche, or all these other things that popped up. It's like this person has a pattern of violence. So for me, it's like music is music. If I'm in the club and I hear something, it's like, unless it's somebody that's like some R. Kelly or something, it's like, oh shit, like, yeah, we don't listen to that motherfucking noise, them Diddy or some shit like that. But it's like, if I hear in this vibe, if I hear Chris Brown, I'm gonna roll my eyes, but I'm not gonna stop necessarily vibing in that moment. But it's to the point for me where it's about to get that way. I just know, like, once the artists get to that point for me where it's like, okay, I hear you and I roll my eyes, I stop spending my own money on you. Like, I'm not gonna patronize you. So yeah, it's a lot of artists I don't buy their stuff no more, because I just don't feel like Nicki Minaj can't put no money in her pocket. Cannot do it. And I own every CD that she dropped up until she started acting crazy. Can't do it no more.
That Trump stuff.
All that shit. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah. For sure.
I just feel like you gonna support who you gonna support or whatever. But I feel like albums ain't even that big as they was back in the day no more.
Streaming.
That's I feel like now is, like you said, it's all about streaming, because you can literally go download you literally can just go download whatever song. Whatever song you want, you just go download it. That's why albums are not selling like that anymore.
We had to work for ours. You remember back in the day, you had the radio player and you put the tape in and you listening to see when your song will go on the radio, push that button and record it onto an 8-track. Okay.
Or you go to the store, actually buy a CD.
Right.
Best Buy, something like that.
Because you be waiting a minute for the album release. Like, that's why you had the little tape, because okay, you got the singles that's coming out, but then it takes a little minute for the album to drop. Production used to move a little bit slower. So, Yep, all them burnt CDs.
Oh yeah, I remember them days. Oh yeah.
Remixes.
I remember once, this to tell y'all my age. So what was it? I was watching BET. It might have been 106 in Park. I don't remember. It was some, but they had all these music videos. I'm sitting up, I taped it. I'm putting tape in the VCR. I'm taping, recording it. I don't know what me and my mom got into it about. Next thing I know, I got that tape whacked. I got whacked with, yes, my mama. Listen, my mama used to go ham, because I got to about 5, 6 by the time I was about 11. So I was big and I was tall, and my mom was like, I'm not finna deal with you acting crazy. So yeah, she whacked that videotape. It broke it in two. All them videos lost to time, brother. Painful feeling. Yep.
See what it was. She peeked through the door and caught you watching BET Uncut.
Not the uncut. You don't know about the uncut?
Watching the Nelly tip drill video.
Not the tip drill. She never really caught me doing nothing crazy like that. It was more just so, just being mischievous and, thought I knew everything, always very mouthy and stuff. So, that's really, I don't remember what it was. All I know is, I won't be watching Super Duper Fly no more. That's all I can say on that. Sorry, Missy Elliott.
Man, but that go back to what we was talking about, social media and the music. You got to think the artists like the Master P's, the Ludacris. They had like Master P was selling CDs out the trunk of his car.
Right.
He has social media, so now these youngins got social media. So that's why everything go on social media before anything now. You gotta think labels. Like, labels look at your following now. They not concerned about the art. It ain't about the art of music no more. It's about who got the bigger following. So, but a lot of people be paying for their followers, because you got somebody with 50K, you're only getting up 1,000 likes. That's what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, some ain't adding up.
Yeah. Nah, that's crazy. And it's crazy because it's like we could easily turn things around. You know what I mean? It just requires a little bit more mindfulness to say, okay, treat social media like it was when we was a kid. You know what I mean? It's a place. You log on to that computer and you log off. Every family member got the different icon with a different password. We didn't have social media just at our fingertips 24 hours of the day on our phones that we carry around with us. Like, First of all, most households in 2000, I think it was only 50% of households even had the internet by 2000. So then you see it evolve, you know, even into 2005, 6, 7. Cell phones really started to get, we had to pay for minutes, we had to pay to text people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't even if you thought you could do it, there was a cost. So it was still, you know, it was a balance because the technology was available to us, yes, but we still had a distance from it. And it seemed like, I say maybe about 2011, 2012, things start getting real popular. Facebook start taking off real big. Yeah, and now it's, you know, everybody can touch it, access it all the time. You have to be intentional with, you know, your usage of it and taking your space from it. When my platform was larger and I had a larger following, I still have this set up because it's just for peace of mind, but I would have it so that at 9 p.m. Facebook and Twitter shut off. I can't use Facebook and Twitter without a password. And if I exceed 4.5 hours of usage between the two of them, at any point during the day, it shuts off before 9 p.m. regardless.
Wow.
Yes. My notifications are structured a certain way, so I'm not constantly flooded with notifications. I have a time, like, I think, like 8 o'clock p.m. my phone goes on Do Not Disturb every day. You have to do those things and take regular breaks. Like right now, I tell people I'm on Facebook to promote content. That's it. I'm not there posting. I'm not there talking to nobody. I'm not there liking people's stuff, commenting. I'm not doing any of that because I needed some space to focus, revamp, figure out my next angle that I'm going to come back to. I haven't been on Facebook now. I want to say it's been 8 weeks, and it'll probably by the time I do come back, it'll be over 12 weeks that I've been gone. So you have to be moderate. It was one time. This is so crazy. I had my phone was turned off at the time, so I was between jobs, kind of, you know, just on a lamb, and I moved into a place, but the Wi-Fi wasn't set up. So my phone, I could only take it to certain places if I wanted to call, text people. So I had a little track phone, you know, to keep touching my mom, important people. 3 weeks I was gone. My followers was like, where is she? Like trying to find me, etc. I'm just in here chilling. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out some way to have. For like a couple months during the summer, I think it was summer 2019, I ran my platform off a flip phone because the little browser, you can use the browser to access Facebook. So I'm typing 3 letter twos when I want to see and stuff. I'm doing the old school. It was really crazy, but it gave a lot of perspective because then I had to work for it. And so then after that, it just became a lot easier to detach and reattach as needed. Because if you can run a modern platform off of a freaking flip phone with that little old school internet browser, baby, you got the patience of a saint. Because it would used to drive me crazy. Your browser can only keep up with so much memory at a time. So it's certain photos and stuff that don't load and stuff.
It was slow.
It was slow, yeah. But it humbles you because it keeps you focused and it keeps you to be able to lock in and move slower and not just be used to being able to consume content. So.
You remember dial-up or AOL?
Shh, baby.
How it started.
Man. What is it? I want to say, I don't know the exact number because I sometimes I know too many facts and the lines get blurred. I want to say it was 1993 was kind of when internet started becoming like a more mainstream thing in people's households. And even still, really, it wasn't getting the usage, that core usage until the late 90s. Yeah. The big thing that actually made internet, when I say this, people be like, what? And then it kind of clicked for them. But the big thing that made internet so big actually was Monica Lewinsky. Because the Monica Lewinsky story was the first story to break on the internet as opposed to on cable TV news. So yeah, it hasn't even been 30 years since that happened and all the evolution between them. But yeah, back in 1998, if people was on the internet, what was they doing? They were looking at websites, okay? They barely could buy things. You just start to get like Amazon with their bookstores or like pets.com or whatever to buy pet supplies and stuff like that. But yeah, people were using AIM. People were still emailing each other. Like, I'm sending you an email. You know what I mean? I'm hopping on social media and checking my message. Yes. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yes.
It like yesterday, wasn't it?
No.
Man. God. What was your favorite thing to do back on the internet? You played that Neopets or what you do? What would you want?
Man, technically, I was a real big wrestling fan back in the day. So I used to be going to WWE.com. I just be going to BET, and I used to watch BET a lot. So that's the type of stuff I was doing. You know, you can't do much. You know, you can't drive at 8-9 years old, so you're stuck in the crib.
Right.
Don't forget Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
Fire is
PBS Kids too.
Disney had some good games. They used to have that one little Lilo and Stitch with the sandwich. Yo, I would be stuck on that one for hours. Yo,
Hip Hop.
Nah, we know us millennials, especially the later millennials, because we were children when all this happened. But it was like we really were the last generation to have that kind of balance between, you go outside, you play, you still drinking water out the water holes, and your mama saying, don't come in and out my door. But then, you might have between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, you got that hour or so to be online, and just that balance, you know. Even video games. Like back in the day, me and my cousins used to link up at Granny house and play the Nintendo, and all four of you had to be seated, together. Now, y'all finna hop on. You know, you can be as distant as you want to be. So,
I feel like it was so better back then.
Yeah, for real.
So better.
I need them to bring back Blockbuster, something.
Man, I do remember Blockbuster, man.
Netflix was coming in the mail type of.
Man, what's that meme I seen? And it was like, this lady was trying to tell her daughter that Netflix came in the mail, and the little girl gonna put on a little old person voice talking about back in my day the internet used to come in the mail, and it's like, baby, but it did.
It did.
It did.
Oh,
Them AOL did they had to mail it to you? Yeah.
Wow.
They had to mail it to you. Yep. All the games. What was it? That one I can't remember. That it was like GameFly or something. That where they had to mail you the games
Halo,
and stuff. Yep.
Wow.
I know y'all remember they had the red boxes in McDonald's. They took them away because they were stealing them. Yeah.
What was it? Before Schnooks had turned into before Shop and Saves, all the Shop and Saves turned to Schnooks. Yeah, you used to find that red box at Shop and Save. Yep.
Unlocking memories, man.
Yep. Family Video though, they lasted up until COVID. COVID took them out.
Closed them down. What was the last one? Belleville. Was it the last one?
I think Belleville West was the last one. Yeah. Yeah, because the one in the one over there in East Belleville shut up pretty quickly, and then there's one in Collinsville.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we used to have to go rent them games. Yep, outright. Talking about I can't afford to get you this, but we could, you can get it every weekend. That was good enough for us.
Yeah, sometimes I was late.
Sometimes
on the games too.
Passing them back. But everybody always rewinded. I never got a tape, and it was still wound, to the end of the movie. They always did that kind of time rewind. It did. Yeah.
Remember I got Shrek. Remember Shrek came out?
Yeah.
Went to the store.
We used to have them because they would do like the promotions with the little fast food restaurants stuff. We used to have the best toys, best promos and everything. Yeah. Shrek had that Burger King, and all the little sauce was green and stuff. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Nah. I tell people all the time, I really feel like we gotta find that balance between the technology and the simplicity. We can't go all the way back. Technology is too, it's too immersive. You know what I mean? It's too, it's everywhere. It's pervasive. You know what I mean? But it's too much tech out here now. You got these data centers. You got all this stuff. It's people right now talking about they don't have clean water. It's certain cities and towns where restaurants are not even giving people water out the tap because the AI stuff is messing up their water and stuff. And it's like, we only have so many years to really fix this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Wow. Man. Wow.
Little time machine, huh?
Yeah. Bring back memories, man.
Remember MySpace though?
Oh yeah.
Used to do all that coding.
MySpace.
I always had a little background with some little cherries on it. Little blinking cherries. Ooh, the top friends.
Top friends, man.
Pop up message.
I remember once we had a little friend group and we all had nicknames, but somebody was absent that day, and why didn't I get a nickname? Okay, girl, you wasn't here, dang. Right. So then we had to all come up with a nickname. Yep, because that top friends was serious. It was. They need to bring that back on Facebook, humble some folks. I'm dead serious.
They did used to have that pop up like MySpace and Facebook had the same thing where we have the messages.
Oh, the instant messenger, yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's weird now that you mention it because Facebook you did used to have IM, and it's like when did that disappear? It's like one day it just left.
We had messages.
I guess so, yeah. But I'm like, when did that happen? Because I remember 2012, 2013, like a freshman in college, 2014 even, still using IM for Facebook. So that's it just seemed like you just got used to it, and then
Have either one of y'all tried out Twitch?
No, I've seen Twitch streams, but I'm not familiar with the platform, like using it and stuff. I want to though, because I want to start posting like my gaming content. You know, I love Pokemon. Okay. So, but yeah, I've seen some funny stuff on Twitch. You used it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
It's for streaming.
Yeah, it's for streaming. That's you got to think about it. That's a whole nother job.
Yeah.
If you already have a 9 to 5 trying to stream, you gotta have the right setup. You gotta really make the time for it. Yeah. Yeah. So.
No, for sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had the time, I'd do it. You know.
Yeah.
Just to try it out. I think it can eventually. I think. Shout out CJ. He was telling me like after too much you get monetized and you can start drawing money on there, for content. Because he was like, y'all can do reactions to y'all skits. So I was like, that's dope. That'd be dope. Wow.
No, that would be. I was just about to ask you what you think you would use it for. So. For sure. What about you? You dabble in it or?
No, the same. Like, if I had the time, I'd probably do like games or streaming. Or maybe even like some skits. I think we can do skits on that too. So,
for sure.
Definitely dabble in it.
What games do you like to play that you would stream?
I like NBA. Like 2K.
2K, yeah. Yep.
2K.
Expected.
Sports. Maybe shoot games, but mostly like sports and stuff.
Type deal, yeah. I mean, I like a lot of games. I like the old school sport. I love old school 2K, like old school Madden and stuff like that. But yeah, like if I'm playing a game that's mine, I love me some Pokemon, I'm not gonna lie. I love The Sims. I do love The Sims. I be getting my characters into some crazy situations. It was one that I had. She was like a vampire. She was rich too. Trust and believe. Her kids was taken care of. She had like I can't remember what it was. It was like she had a different lover, and then every time she would have a baby by the person, she'd turn them into a vampire and divorce them and take their money. And she was rich by the end of it. She was wild. But she wasn't no bum either. Girl was a doctor, so she was getting these rich men. She already had her own money, so I would look. I can't wait to get back into my Sims because when I start streaming, it's gonna be over with for the streams. But yeah, stuff like that. I love little Animal Crossing stuff. But this is one game I play. Have y'all ever seen The Escapists? Oh, that game is funny. It's nobody knows what you did, but you're in prison, and you got to try to break out of prison.
Oh, that sounds.
It's funny. Yeah,
that sounds lit.
Diddy? Damn. This dude always bring up some damn. He fired y'all. He fired.
He said prison.
Is that all who in prison? You got serial killers and shit?
Yeah, R. Kelly in prison too.
Okay, you can cancel next. Y'all finna be in prison right along with them. They'll be like, damn, what happened to your co-host? I'll be like, you know what, you have to ask the state of Illinois for that information. I'm not at liberty.
We're gonna be on Twitch trying to talk to you. Come on, please. Get us back on the show. You took it away from us. God,
not y'all calling me from JPay and shit. It's crazy.
Hey, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, boy. Hey, why you taking our show?
Now we bankrupt.
It's called the Nisha Show now.
Exactly. Talking about, I'm still sending y'all that little 5% to put on that commissary. Y'all better keep y'all mouth shut.
Talking about stay motivated.
Right, always.
Took it away.
Damn.
But that's all about it. Prison. Stay out of prison, guys.
Please stay out of prison.
Please stay out of prison.
We can't bail everybody out. We can't even bail some of y'all out. So please.
Money.
Not at all.
You said we had something about relationship 50-50.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody's favorite topic.
Yeah. So what do you think about
From a woman's perspective, what do you think about 50-50?
I hate the argument because it's a tired argument, but if I'm going to break it down to the simplest form, right? Like, it's a partnership, right? Like, we're both helping each other. Like, there are some days I'm going to have 80 and you'll only have 20. It's some days you'll have 90 and I'm going to have 10%. Right. So it needs to ebb and flow. It's about reciprocity rather than transactional, right? I get 50, you get 50, this, that. I was talking because we were having this conversation once, and I basically told someone, the big thing for me is, as a man, I feel that a man should be willing to give a little bit more often, but it only is because the way I feel about it is like, okay, let's say I'm with you, we get married, I have your children, I'm carrying your child for 9 months. Then I spend the next year and a half of my life recovering from giving birth and also feeding your child with my body. How much do you expect a woman to work and to be available and in the right frame, in the right physical state to be able to perform labor after that? So yeah, if I'm having your child, like, yeah, okay, you gotta come with a little bills paid, a little something, Right. I feel like even if I'm not having your kids, we live in a society that's overarchingly very patriarchal, right? Like, women couldn't even own a bank account, credit card in their name until the 70s. Up until the 90s, it was still legal for men in multiple states. Oh, well, she your wife, she got to have sex with you. It doesn't count as rape. You know what I mean? Like, these are realities that I feel like if we talk about, just speaking from the black perspective, we talk about white people breaking down white privilege. There's a lot of generational male privilege that also needs to be broken down. So I think the man should be willing to come with more. I think it should be a little 60-40, but it's, again, at the end of the day, it's a partnership. So it ebbs and flows. It's like, I'm not always expecting something from you and not giving you back, or not willing to give you what you give me. Like, I need to have that willingness and show it in my actions on a day-to-day basis, to where, okay, you've given me this time, this space, you've taken care of me. Maybe you need some time for yourself, then I'll step up and step in. You know what I mean?
But can we be each other's backbone, though?
That's what's important. Yeah, like, gotta be.
It ain't all about money, though. Like, transactions, it's not about that. It's about helping each other out. Like you said, it's 40, I can be 60.
Yeah. Nah, it's more than just the money. It's the emotion. It's the household chores. It's all of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Everything.
Absolutely.
I mean, I just feel like I said, long as, like you just said, maybe some days I have it, you won't have it, you have it, I have it. So I feel like long as we matching each other energy, that's all. That's all it is. It ain't got to be how many times you pay for some, how many times I pay for some. Long as we come together and we working together, we match, and we a team.
Right.
We a team at the end of the day. So it shouldn't, we shouldn't throw in each other's face when we get mad, because that's what happens a lot. Like, yeah, but I paid for this though, I paid for that. If we in a relationship and we a team, it shouldn't matter, because if I say I got you, you say you got me. Right. So I feel like that's how it should go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All the numbers of it got to be divided this way and that way. It gets arbitrary. It just becomes, almost as if the expectation is there only because it was set, not because it really has any basis in reality. And instead of just being present for each other, then it becomes this, oh, well, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to. Yeah, everybody comes with different things, It's men who they don't know how to cook, don't know how to burn water, and then it's men that they love to cook. It's women out here who could change a tire. It's women out here that I'm not getting my hands dirty. There's a lot of gendered expectations for a lot of roles, and it's what does that person bring to the table, and can we work with it? Should be the expectation and the goal instead. You know what I mean? Because I grew up doing yard work. I grew up taking my own trash out. It's nice to have somebody to lift that load, but do I expect you to do this role because you're a man? No. It's I expect us both to come to the table and figure out how to fulfill this need that needs to be met. You know what I mean? If you want to do it because you're like, hey, I'm the man, I should do, hey, I'll yield that to you. But when then you come with me and say, hey, as a woman, I need you to do this, then there needs to be a compromise, And that's the biggest thing is, do you know how to turn it on and off, as opposed to just, oh, this is the role and this is the role and we're not moving from it, but then it's going to be an issue if the line is crossed, I feel like that gets blurred with a lot of people.
They do.
Yeah.
Matching energy is the main thing. Let's match each other energy, and I think we'll be fine. And then sometimes you can, a man, you know, it ain't gotta be about money. I like be like, babe, I washed the car. I cook for you. Like, everything ain't always gotta be about money.
Yeah.
Show affection to each other.
Right.
Like, when you get off work from a long day, I'll run you some bathroom.
Right.
Like stuff like that.
That's what counts. Right.
See, man, I'm telling you, the real music, the real R&B. I miss the '90s R&B.
Back people used to sing for real.
I miss the old R&B. They really knew how to. They really. That's when music R&B was real. I don't know what this R&B is to this day.
This ain't no R&B. I don't know. This ain't no rhythm and it ain't no blues. I'll tell you that much. I think two big things changed, right? I think we entered a society where it became less acceptable to be vulnerable emotionally, particularly for men. I think that's one thing. And the other thing is these artists don't play no fucking instruments. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, you listen to some of them old 80s, 90s. Even if you got all the synthesizer, it's at least one instrument. It's at least somebody playing an instrument. There aren't any musicians anymore. It's a lot of people who rap. It's a lot of people who sing, but it's not a lot of musicians. You know what I mean?
Most singers come from the church too. They had that little church background.
Right.
Now you kind of don't, you hear it in the songs, and they ain't from the church either.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying everybody from the church, but I'm just saying, you can tell.
You can tell, yeah. And it's like the church isn't the only valid way, but it's like it's this metric of, okay, were you present in community? Were you present for the organic music making that happened a lot of times in the black community? Because there's a lot of jazz artists out here. Maybe whoever taught them how to play, because their daddy was in church or whatever, but they learned a whole different style. But you give them a whole different playbook, they can still play it. You know what I mean? So, because I did a little bit of gospel and stuff growing up, but my wheelhouse was jazz. My wheelhouse in high school and college was improv jazz. So when I write music now, it's just I take out my keyboard and I'm just playing, or I hear something and I'm tweaking it. And a lot of times I'll sing something, record it just so I can have it, so I can play it back later. I've done like rock music and stuff just on a whim with some friends. We just got, my jazz musicians who are like, hey, I know how to play. Okay, well, play this. Play it in the style of boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? You can tell when somebody was there and making music just, hey, we just making music for the hell of it, just a group of people who have talent, have passion about it, as opposed to we're making this music specifically for this purpose. We're getting in the studio so we can sell albums. We're getting in the studio so that we can have this many metrics and followers on social media. It's a huge difference,
You're right.
Wow. Speaking of social media, like, do you think a social media manager is important?
Absolutely. I wish I had one. I really, and I'm not even doing nothing right now, but it's just because there's so many thoughts, there's so many opinions that get circulated, there's so much fan mail and there's so much hate mail, and you need somebody who can not only represent your brand, help you represent your brand better, because it's definitely things I've said and I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that, foot in my mouth immediately. But somebody who knows you as a person, knows what you represent, and is a little bit better with words than you, can be helpful sometimes. And I pride myself on like being intentional about the words that I use and making sure that that what I say is what I mean, and what I mean is what I say. And I'm not perfect, I'm gonna get it wrong, because that's not my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is politics, you know what I mean? My wheelhouse is community organizing. My wheelhouse is strengthening interpersonal relationships. But somebody who has the foresight of knowing, hey, they have that people connection to know this is how people respond, this is how people will react, this is how, even though you said it this way, this is how people will read it. That's so important. It's so important. Especially because even if you can do it yourself, you got to give yourself time and space to rest too. So it's like all the little stuff that I used to do back in the day, it was like, dang, I'm pouring a lot of energy into this, and where's my energy for all these other things that I actually do? You know what I mean? You can't be a one-man show. You have to trust people enough to have a team around you to handle some of the things so that you can focus on what it is that's your passion. So that's my thoughts on What's your social media management look like?
Man, we ain't got one, but it's to the point now where we post a skit. We getting almost 1,000 views in one day. So like I was just telling him on the way here, I feel like when we shoot our skits and we do our content, we need to pay attention to like the target, like who's watching our skits the most.
Your demographics.
Yeah, and then that'll help us know who to make content for, who to target with our content. So we was literally just talking about that on the way here.
No, that's a big one. It was something in our last podcast that stuck out. Basically when Kent was like, I got here by accident. That's a huge way that I feel about like my political platform and stuff. Like I was intentional about, starting the conversations that I was having because I'm like, it needs to happen. But a lot of the community and a lot of the outreach that I built, it was completely by accident. And I think like what you're saying here was like, okay, our target demographic. I feel like if I had locked in and been more intentional about who's my target demographic a lot earlier, there would be a lot of different continuity between then and now. You know what I mean? As far as like my content, as far as my platform and stuff. So definitely look at those metrics because, you know who shows up and supports you. You know what I mean? Those demographics don't lie. If you've got XYZ and then you cater content for them, then it shows you, okay, well, these are the people who actually support because they liking and they sharing and they doing this because this content is tailored for them. And then these are the people who are surveilling. Because I saw this post recently that was like, surveillance is not support. The people that that you grew up with or whatever, a lot of times they're surveilling you. They don't support you. You know what I mean? And it's a huge lesson to learn. It doesn't make them terrible people. It doesn't mean that, you've been done wrong. But it just means that they're curious to know, but they're not really going to show up for you. And so having that demographic to have that metric so you can tailor it, it gives you the opportunity to filter. Because now, if I'm making my content specifically for you and you're still not interacting, what are you here for?
You're right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a big one.
Man, then I feel like the main thing on social media, I feel like I don't care about followers and likes. I feel like consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency is important to me. So I feel like that outbeats your followers, your likes.
Yes.
When people see that you are consistent, they gonna be that's gonna make them want to tap in even more.
Because you're reliable. And the other thing is the quality of the interactions, right? It's like you said, it's not about the numbers. It's not I got this many people to comment. If you got 200 comments and everyone in the comment section is fighting, that's not a productive post.
Right.
If you've got 200 love reacts or 300 love reacts and you got one share, well, that means that you got all these people who show affection and affirmation, but not a lot of people who want to help put your word out there or put what you're doing out there. But let's say that you have a post, your post gets 10 likes or whatever, and then you have 50 comments, but all the comments are engaging, the quality of the conversation is good, you guys are coming to conclusions, you got 10 likes, and you got 10 shares. That's better than the post that has 200 likes, 1 share, and 200 comments where everybody is fighting. So yeah, you nailed it there. It's not about the numbers. It could be less about the numbers than anything, for sure. Like you said, consistency, because if the more that you post consistent content, the same viewers are going to show up. It's like certain posts I post, it's like if I know I see specific people there, I know I'm on the right path. I know I've reached my target audience because they will support within reason pretty much anything that I do. So it's like if I'm posting something and they're not on it, I'm like, I need to tweak this. You know what I mean?
Then you can use that. You can use the hashtags. Now, one thing I do know that I always get attention is drama.
Every time.
Like I posted a scene from my Captain series when one of the cast members got a wig snatch. That got about 40, 45 likes. So
yeah.
Drama is always gonna sell.
Every day. It's just about making it productive. Like you said, that scene from the little video, people, what they doing? But it's productive because it's art. You know what I mean? It's not, I beat your girlfriend ass and I posted it because, I'm trying to rage bait everybody. You know what I mean? So you got to find a way to take that drama and turn it and make it productive and make it to something where people are engaged. Yes, because they have that natural, I'm nosy and I want to know what's going on. But because now it speaks to them. Because, you got that little skit and somebody get their wig snatched and they looking like, damn, that's crazy. Y'all put that in the skit. But they know they're looking because let somebody do that to them, they will react the exact same way.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just art, but it speaks to them. Yes. No, look, I love a little good bit of drama. Okay, we was born in the '90s. Look, one of my earliest memories is like being real little, being asleep late at night and getting woken up by something, and the first thing I see on the TV is Jerry Springer.
Late nights.
Yo, you sit up there like, what is she? Oh, okay. Oh, been fighting down. You see, they didn't have all this security back in the day. Right. They would let you fight, okay? Yeah. And you over there watching them get their wigs snatched and everything else, okay? They was snatching way more than wigs back in the day. Chains and everything. Okay, baby, that's the problem. Ain't nobody fighting it out no more. You got all these people out there. We was just talking about it. You got the YNs. Y'all on social media sneak this and then you pull up at the address and ain't nobody there. No. You better pull up. When I'm there and I pull up, you better be there. Okay, don't send me no fake address. Okay.
Yeah, I had a dude I knew. He dropped his address to the op.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
I'm not gonna drop my actual address, but if I drop an address, I'm gonna be at the location. You know what I mean? I'm not no pussy on that. Like, but yeah, don't drop your real address. Please don't. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Get an Airbnb or something. For real.
Have something by you. For sure.
Make sure it's not booked under your name, because as soon as the owner find out you fighting there, it's over with for you. Baby.
Over with. OV.
What happened?
Too much. You guys broke my priceless elephant. You gotta go.
You gotta go.
You guys can go.
I'll make sure you never get another Airbnb in this town.
Get out of here.
Right.
Get out of here. Like this.
And get him out of here. Get him out of here. At the police on speed dial.
You said what? I just got here. You know what? You get out of here today.
Today.
Not tonight. Today.
You know what's crazy though is that I actually used to work for a company and their client was Airbnb, and so I was in tier 1 where I handled payment fraud. So tier 1 was easy. It's like, okay, you didn't use somebody else's credit card or somebody else's profile trying to book a listing, and then you're going to try to get a chargeback so you get your money back. Simple, super simple. We have like a macro, lock them out of their account. They have to provide verification to get back in. But then like tier 4 was like robbery, rapes, murders, and stuff like that. You wouldn't get a whole lot of those calls, but when you would, and they had them headsets on in the office, baby, it was insane when you had to call police to an Airbnb. Y'all be wilding in there.
Wow.
And that's why half of the freaking, you go to an Airbnb. I went to this one Airbnb once on a business trip, and they didn't have no cooking utensils out, spoons and forks. I'm like, this what y'all be doing in the Airbnbs? Y'all just stole aluminum foil and everything.
What y'all got going on, boy?
Right.
What's going on here?
Like, what the fuck? Like, you remember that the Grinch, and he was like, you know, when he took everything, he left crumbs, they weren't even big enough for. That's what it felt like in that Airbnb. I said,
wow.
damn. Yes, that we know y'all be fighting and stealing in them Airbnbs, and y'all be getting chargebacks. Okay,
Right.
Yo, we can see everything too. I can see your IP address. I can see your phone. I can see everything. So y'all keep playing. Think we won't find you. I know you using that iPhone 12 Pro Max. Come on.
Ooh.
We could when I tell you everything, we can see we can see the type of phone they was using and everything.
Wow.
They can play with you. Airbnb do not play with you.
But you work there?
I worked for a company and Airbnb was their client, so they would outsource certain parts of their labor to us, such as payment fraud or like, you know, again, escalations, personal conflict escalations and stuff. They say we don't want to deal with it, and it was funny because when you're not dealing with like the police or somebody you have to talk to on a headset, 90% of your interactions are through emails. So it'd be so funny. You send person a little macro they print out for you. You're a fucking robot. Da-da-da. I am so sorry to hear about your frustration. You just have to keep being the damn robot because you know you a real person, but you like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you, Susan. You done had 2 margaritas, and hey, I don't know what you might do after this. So yeah, listen, I'm gonna keep my job and I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna talk to computer. I'm at computer number 3. I'm talking to computer number 2 and 4. Like, y'all gotta see this shit, okay?
I gotta see this.
Yeah, I gotta see. Well, look at this. You see her? She wild, motherfucker. We about to get a call in about an hour. Next thing you know, ring ding ding. Okay, so nah, they be wilding in them Airbnbs.
Yeah, I believe it.
Man. But as we get ready to wrap it up, y'all, any advice out there for people that's too attached to social media?
Honestly, there's a ton of advice, but the big thing is just take a moment and just breathe. Like the moment that you see something, especially if you are politically engaged, I'm not saying completely just shut out all the time, but a lot of that content gets really heavy. When you see something that gets you in your feelings, even if it's necessary, right? Like when we had all these images flooding in from the situation in Palestine, right? And people are just constantly bombarding themselves with these images because they're like, I can't look away. No, of course not, because we live in the United States. Like we have too much privilege to look away constantly. But we also have to keep ourselves safe. We can't be an ally for anybody else unless we also are regulated. So when you see that content, be mindful. Every time you see it, take a couple deep breaths. Just remind yourself, and give yourself very strict limits. Hey, after I deal with this many posts, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna put it down. It's all in moderation. You know, if you just start building those little habits, if you start using the time limits and you start turning your phone off at a certain time each day or each night, it really makes a difference. You know, biggest thing is, you know, it's not always accessible a lot of times. Getting on public transit or catching a Lyft or Uber, or even driving your car because how gas prices is, but try to get as many in real life connections as possible. Even if it's just telling your neighbor, hey, I like your shoes, and starting a conversation from there. Try to have those real life moments, even with a perfect stranger, and see how much it helps you to detach. It's my best advice.
Yeah, my advice would be, man, stay positive, stay in school. Don't be influenced by this music, because you know this music influences a lot of these YNs. So I would just say stay true to yourself, stay motivated, and keep the right people around you, because think about it, you get y'all make one bad move, then y'all incarcerated, then you got to think about, do you got money to get out? Do you got money to get out of jail? So just to prevent all that, just think smart and watch who you're around. That's words I got, man.
When ending like this, stay motivated always. This is episode 18, and we'll see you all later.
Adios.